So here we have the contents of the hardware pack, and these nuts fit into the hexagon on here. An easy way of doing this is to just thread it slightly onto one of the bolts and push it in like that. And what we're left with is this little plastic bung here, which fits under the grass deflector, which fits into this hole here. So we simply push it in like that. And that stops the grass deflector shutting fully to allow the grass to discharge better. Next we raise the lower handle up like this, and the short bolts go through from the inside, and we tighten them up with the wing nut, making sure that we do them fully tight. Next we're going to attach the upper handle. First thing to do is make sure that the cables are all free like this and they're not tangled up inside the handles. And we take the longer bolt through the square on the handle and into the hole on the lower handle there like that. We take a washer and the wing nut and we put those on, do those up nice and tight. Repeat the process again on this side, making sure that the cables are all nice and free. We have down here what we call a cable tidy. Make sure the cables are nice and neat all the way down the handle and simply click on the cable tidy like that, and that'll keep all the cables nice and neat. To complete the assembly of the handles, we need to take the recoil rope and put it in the rope guide on the upper handle here. And to do that, we have to pull back this lever here, which is the operator presence control, or OPC. That takes the engine brake off on the engine, which will allow us to pull the rope sufficiently up here to fit it into the guide. And then we need to tighten up the nut with a 10mm spanner. We need to finish the assembly of the grass collector. Go behind the metal frame like this and just clip them over like that. Same along the bottom. Clip that on like that, and then finally along this side here, clip it like that. So there, very quickly, is the assembly of the grass collector. The Mountfield SP53 is what is known as a 3-in-1 machine. So with the deflector chute down like this, it cuts the grass and rear discharges it straight back down onto the floor. The machine also comes with a mulching plug, and this mulching plug simply clips into the back of the machine like that and clips into place. To remove the mulching plug is just as simple. We get it here and we squeeze the back of it in and it comes out like that. The grass collector hangs on these two lugs just here, so it simply hooks on like that. The Mountfield SP53 features a single point height of cut adjustment lever, so this lever here does all 4 wheels at the same time. Simply pull it out and move it to wherever you want it. The Mountfield SP53 is fitted with a Mountfield 160cc 4-stroke engine, which means the engine oil is kept in the engine sump and straightforward unleaded fuel goes in the tank. Now, the engine oil, we recommend that you use Mountfield Universal Lawnmower engine oil. This is a straight SAE 30 grade mineral oil, which is exactly what is required for this engine. The oil goes in here, and we've got a dipstick on the end of here, so we can see easily that we've got the right amount of oil in. And this engine takes half a litre of SAE 30 oil. As this is a 4-stroke engine, we put neat unleaded fuel in the petrol tank here. We also recommend that we use fuel stabiliser. This is Mountfield Universal Fuel Stabiliser. This is 100ml, which is the right amount for 5 litres of unleaded petrol. Take the cap off your 5 litres of unleaded petrol, take the cap off here and pour all of the contents of the fuel stabiliser into the petrol. Shake the fuel up to make sure the fuel stabiliser is fully mixed. So simply put the unleaded fuel in here, being careful not to overfill the fuel tank. To start the Mountfield SP53, very simple. We've got an operator presence control lever here, it's called an OPC. We pull that up, that releases the engine brake, and here we've got a throttle control and at the very end of it a manual choke position. So we move the throttle control right to the end of its travel, and that's put the engine on choke. To start it, we then grip firmly the recoil rope handle, make sure we've engaged the engine and give it a long firm pull. The engine will start on choke, it won't run effectively, so as the engine is running on choke, we now return the throttle to a fast idle position and allow the engine to warm up for say 15 or 20 seconds before we return it to the mow position and we can cut grass. The Mountfield SP53 is a self-propelled lawnmower, which means it drives itself along. All I need to do is to lift up the clutch lever like this and the machine will power itself forward. Service Link is Mountfield's own service centre, and there is a helpline number here. If you have any difficulties with your machine, give the call centre a call. They will either resolve it over the phone or refer you to one of our over 600 Service Link dealers throughout the UK and Ireland.